What's good, man? We got ODDTAXI. This right here is a hidden gem, and you should be charged with at least a misdemeanor if you sleep on this series right here. First of all, I want to say this. ODDTAXI is code. If you are new here, please consider subscribing and beating the goofy out that like button. Also, go check out this video. This is the timeline of events in ODDTAXI through the life of Hiroshi Odokawa. Anyway, I'm not gonna hold y'all niggas up too long. Let's get right into it. Everybody's connected through the extravagance of the dreams they are chasing. They all have goals, dreams, and ambitions that will make a regular person feel embarrassed if uttered aloud. We have a man past his prime trying to chase success in comedy. Girls trying to navigate through the cutthroat world of pop stardom. You know, a girl who wants to be a pop star, a girl who really wants to be a pop star, a girl who would like to be a pop star, and a girl who will become a pop star at all cost. A simp trying to find success in the dating market while being broke, unconfident, and unattractive. A young man who is trying to get the coveted dodo when he has better odds of winning the lottery. And a boy who actually won the lottery. One brother who wants to destroy evil, and the other one that says, fuck it, let's be evil. Then we got two guys going to be the next Lord of Jutengai! Wait, wrong anime. Two guys going to be the top dog under their boss, Kurita, and a taxi driver's dashcam footage just happens to be the trump card. And last but not least, Hiroshi Odokawa, a guy whose dreams become reality when the traumas of his past convince him that humans are nothing more than animals. And we, as viewers, get to enjoy the unfolding of the plot through the distorted lens of this traumatized individual. The brain, like the ocean and the cosmos, is a mystery we are still trying to decipher to this day. Brains seem to have a mind of their own. When reality is too harsh, the brain has been seen to distort it to put the person at ease. Odokawa's brain was the mystery within the much larger mystery of the missing Narima High School girl, who was found in Shibara Wharf and identified as Yuki Mitsuya, the girl who had her name written in the death note by Rui Nakado on October 4th of 2021, but actually taken out by Sakura Wadagaki. He was able to see through the smoke screens and understand the weight of every interaction, correctly deducing the motives of others based on a few simple actions. He seemed to have the crazy wall or the evidence board we see in crime-stopping shows like Criminal Minds or Dexter materialize in his head. If everyone was playing Uno, Odokawa was playing chess. If everyone's building sandcastles, he was building civilizations in his head. With the chaos of everyone's unique and hectic lives being connected by one taxi driver, this is absolute madness. But with Odokawa being quick on the uptake, he was the method to this madness.
バカなんだあいつら。バカだから感情を具現化できずに義理とか人情を大義名分に暴力を使ってるんだ。まあなんというか生き物らしいよな。
The dichotomy of the childlike ending to the contents of each and every episode was so jarring. It's like grabbing a pot that you had no idea was burning hot, biting your lip instead of that slice of pizza, spilling your juice when picking up something you dropped, or hearing the Rugrats theme after witnessing a murder. You see a man get beaten and tortured, his dreams and heart shattered. Then you hear this. This type of dichotomy is what has formed some of my favorite series of all time. Made in Abyss is the perfect example into how to finesse your viewers into falling in love with a childlike series, just for it to be everything but that. You are initially put at ease, just for your experience of being thrown to the loop to be that much more jarring. The contrast between the source material and the characters experiencing this source material is what makes stories like Main Abyss and this one stand out. In Main Abyss, it was the character design, the voice acting, the go-lucky OSTs, and the jolly opening, while tackling the very mature source material in ODDTAXI, from missing persons to organized crime, to corruption in our justice system, kidnapping and murder. All of that is encapsulated with beautiful animation and character designs right from a child's sketchbook, and again an ending right from a nursery rhyme. It leaves you confused on what you just watched, but wanting more. Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! Give it to me! In the opening's defense, it does a much better job of delivering what the show is actually about, but the ending is a masterpiece because it does the exact opposite of that. With the opening, we are given the initial facts at face value. Animals are acting like humans. But with the end, and also with the end of the series, we figure out that humans are animals, which is why the stark difference between the opening and the ending makes so much sense. Which is why the stark difference between the opening and the ending is code. The main thing that stood out to me was how well a backstory was told within such a short time span. I felt a real connection to Tanaka, the boy that wanted the eraser, but ultimately belongingness, a need for friends, approval, and intimate relationships. Maslow's hierarchy of needs is eerily accurate. It breaks down the eccentricities of the human experience by delivering a universal law governed by the pursuit of happiness. Just put it simply, humans want to be happy, and this is the path to that goal. With it perfectly explaining something so deeply ingrained within ourselves, people become more predictable, and the purpose of our actions become easier to decipher. If stalking happiness is a crime, then everyone has a motive and no one has an alibi. It's something we all chase, something we all hunt, even shamelessly. Which brings us back to our wide-eyed devil, Tanaka, whose dilemma further exemplifies everything I've said before. In the pursuit for others' approval, we all figured out what we were exceptional at and held it dear and close to ourselves. The one thing that made us special enough to stand out, the thing that qualified you to stand among your peers, to belong. The sad truth is, like you, everyone else is trying to claim their share of relevance and approval. This competition is brutal and unforgiving. Within this fight, you better have hands, because in this tournament arc, you can see the true animalistic nature of humans. Ones who turn their snouts up at the vulgarity of the animals and creatures around them. A fight where some are left satisfied, a minority overindulged, and a good chunk starving to the brink of death. Tanaka was starving. My nigga needing an MRE and a Snicker for good measure, for this tough pill to swallow was washed down with a strong shot of reality, that he was not athletic nor good looking, funny nor smart, charismatic nor outgoing. He wasn't born with any attributes that made him stand out naturally, so he attempted to claim his sense of belonging artificially. With everyone else lucky enough to express their value intrinsically, within this brutal and unforgiving competition, Tanaka knew he had to express his value externally, thus the progression from Blue Dodo to the infamous original Master Danraku eraser, the time period in your life where you figure out how valuable of a person you are, where you learn the distinction between the value placed upon yourself by your peers and the value you apply to yourself.
教師、クラスメイト、佐藤、どう考えても100歩譲っても俺が悪いし、敗者がいるとするならば、やっぱ俺だった。こうして田中革命は終わった。
I love the hip-hop influence in the series. When I heard that cold-ass beat drop, I knew this nigga Yano was about to start spitting. Nigga was kinda corny sometimes, I'm not gonna hold you. But he was snap when he put Kakehana's mom on the phone. The scene gave me Devilman Crybaby vibes. But this was colder, because the voice behind the bars was from a guy with multiple felonies. No pun intended. I present to you some of Yano's coldest bars.
準備はいいかい？次のステージ。具合はどうだい？柿花エイジ。借金まみれでえい。破れかぶれに。嘘ついて偽物の恋に貢ぎ物。こっちからすりゃとんだ食わせ物。
And then we come to this, the mind-boggling truth of the series that I did not see coming. The fact that the green-eyed cat, Sakura Wadagaki, was a murderer is crazy. That's just crazy. I usually pick up on who the murderer is, so the reveal never surprises me. So I learned just to enjoy the journey up to the reveal. But I just did not see this one coming. At all. It was a novel feeling for me. I didn't even have my mind blown. Well, I did, but mostly I was just confused. Like as confused as a human could be or would be if they were having a boxing match with a lion, but at night. Just didn't see the left hooks coming from the stiff-ass rights. I guess looking back on it, the fact that she never questioned the absence of Yumi should have been a dead giveaway that she may have been involved. But we were so busy trying to decipher Odokawa's brain blast whenever he tried to remember the events of that day. It was perfect how we had to decipher the mystery through the memories of Odokawa, because the whole series was painted through the distorted and traumatized lens of Odokawa, the man who saw comfort in seeing people, humans, for what they were, dressed up animals. Which brings me to why Beastars is another good series for you to read if you love ODDTAXI. With the suspense of the mystery which permeates throughout the surrounding community, it is definitely a joy to watch. But me personally, I watched it and I read it all the way up to its conclusion. It is goated. The reveal of the humans was so satisfying to watch. I did not question a single person's look. They all looked like their animals, and even had traits unique to the animals they portrayed. Imai was accurate. The dog was accurate as hell. A strong muscle face ass nigga. Like also the lady at the Yamabiko, low-key a MILF. Not gonna hold. Dobu was accurate too. Like the nigga like a bedbug low-key, but they really had a nigga in the field being a gorilla. Dude was in the streets. He was in the jungle for real, and he is a gorilla. Straight silverback type shit. And Rui Nakaido, she didn't look any different at all. Like, it made no sense. She looked exactly like her character. Rui Nakaido looked the most human in her animal form. When they showed that picture of her being taken in for questioning, I thought that was still her animal version. I forgot there was a reveal. Like, she looked just like her. But anyway, bruh, I appreciate you niggas for watching. A video is coming soon about the timeline of events directly pertaining to the death of Yuki Mitsuya. Make sure you stay tuned because it's going to be a banger. I'm putting a good amount of time into it to make sure it is nothing less than a banger. Anyway, I appreciate you niggas for watching. Kiss your left cheek, slapping the right. I'll see y'all when I see y'all, man.